for the Saturday Championship, and this is round 7. Now, this has been a brilliant championship so far, and as you can see, for this next coming round, we are at the illustrious Dragon Tail Seaside in Croatia. GR4s and GR2s and GR4s, GR2s and GR4s on track at the same time. The one rule they have is the GR4s stay on the racing line and the GR2s have to make their way around them safely. They have to use all 3 tyre compounds in the race for a minimum of 3 laps each. But anyway, so they went out, did their they went out and did their qualifying with Rufus on pole, IQ got 2nd, and then Willard there in 3rd, Mikey there in 4th. So there's only 4 GR2 drivers this race, unfortunately. And then first place for the GR4s is Alan Artois. This is his first race of the season on the Saturday. Then we got Hoyland there in 6th, Lebillion there in 7th, Colesberg there in 8th, Barrett there in 9th, Shushu there in 10th, Brian Moncani starting in 11th. Now, Brian, he was running late, so he's just started. Obviously, he missed qualifying, so obviously he had to start at the back. A minute. Yeah, no. Alright, I just had to make sure the group knows that I'm live. But anyway, so he obviously was late, so he had to start at the back. So anyway, let's get this race on the way and see how they do. So they are just waiting for the lights to go out, and they are out, and they are all gas and go. Coming down to the first couple of corners with Rufus obviously leading the way, IQ there just behind him. Let's do what, we'll just do a lap with Rufus. And he comes around down to first gear, then up the hill. Back down the hill, then through these S. Getting through the S really quickly. Up into 6th at the top of the hill, then coming down to the bottom hill, then a quick down to first gear. Round this right turn. Now into the illustrious bus stop chicane, where we call it the chicane of death. Hits the wall a little bit, but it gets through it okay. Underneath the tunnel. And that is a lap with Rufus, aka myself. So at the moment, IQ is there in 2nd. He's dropped off from Rufus a little bit. Let's see. So let's have a look at their tyres. So Rufus is on softs. IQ is on mediums. Willard's on softs. And Mike is on mediums. So 2 are on the mediums and 2 are on the softs. and 2 of them the mediums. Oh, look, we got a little bit of out here between Hoyland and Allen here. Time for first position of the GR4s. Hoyland is just going all over his rear bumper, looking for a way past. Let's see, so Hoyland's on the softs, Ireland's on the softs, Carlsberg's on the mediums, Brian's on the softs, Lebillion's on the softs, Shushu's on the mediums, and Farrick is the only one of the whole group to actually start on hard tyres. But Rufus is still out. Rufus is still out. Lap 3. Rufus is still out in front. And it looks like he is. It looks like he's still. Think IQ is still trying to keep. It's still sort of keeping Rufus in check. Rufus is getting away, but not that quickly. But as it is at the moment. Willard is chasing down IQ. Willard's on the softs, IQ's on the mediums. Oh, IQ got that all wrong and hit the sand. That's allowed Willard to take an easy second place. And Mighty Kid going to get an opportunity to go? Nope, he's not. But now he's got IQ's got Mighty Kid all over him, all over his rear bumper now. But with all that happening, that's when Rufus has really extended his lead now over Willard. There must be like 5-6 second gap between the two of them now. Rufus just setting the fastest lap up at 1:26.7. So Mighty Kids has got past IQ now, so Mighty Kids up to 3rd, IQ's down to 4th. And Alan's retaking that position from Hoyland again. Now Carlsberg is there. He looks like Carlsberg closed the gap on Hoyland a little bit. Looks like he's closed the gap a little bit on Hoyland. Looks like he's trying to catch him up, but then you've also got Bry there in 8th place, getting right up to the rear bumper, getting through that corner a lot better than Carlsberg did and going for a pass. So that's another position for Monkey. As Carlsberg goes up, tries to go up the inside of Monkey to take that position back, but it does not work. Shushu there in 9th place. Lebillion in 10th. He's going into the pits now to change his tyres when he's on softs. That's actually quite surprising. So Farrick has gained a position now. But anyway, so Rufus is still there in the lead. And he has got quite a decent gap over Willard now. And he is now coming up to the GR4 guys now. As he comes swing through left and right. Yeah, Rufus to get past both of these before then. No, he can't, so he's stuck between Alan coming through that bit. Oh, Alan got that one all wrong coming out there, unfortunately. Willard will have closed the gap down, I think by now, if I remember rightly, this was about, it was 6 seconds, it took it, brought it down to about 4.5, 5 seconds after trying to get past the GR4 guys. Now Willard's using that long straight to get past everyone. And Mike is now on his way as well, trying to get past everyone. So is IQ. Coming round the S's, both of them, IQ's right on Mike, his rear bumper, looking to get past in this next corner. Who's going to have it? They are nearly side by side. Mike, it is just ahead, coming around this corner. They come around this corner, towards the start finish straight. You've got IQ's now seeing a little opportunity there to try and go for a move here. Mike, they are side by side, going down towards turn 1. And IQ does get past. So Ireland's still got the lead for the GR4s with Monkey there. He's all got himself up to 6th and in 2nd place for the GR4s currently. Chasing down the Hoyland. This is going to be an opportunity for Monkey down at the bottom of this straight, coming into the bottom of the hill. No, it's not. But he is trying to. He is right on the heels of Hoyland here. That's the thing, they're both in really fast cars in a straight, so this is what's causing Monkey the hassle of trying to get past. And they are opening up a decent gap to Carlsberg there, but he's got Alan all over his rear bumper as well. Alan looks like Alan's trying to look for a way past Carlsberg. Side by side, coming into the turn 1 and 2. And now Alan's does not manage to. Oh, but he is trying to. So at the moment, so Carlsberg is on the mediums, Alan is on the softs, so at the moment Alan will have the advantage with the better tyre. Shushu is there, just behind in ninth, just watching the action as it happens. Labillion there is in 10th. Looks like he's dropped off, but Labillion doesn't like Labillion's really enjoying this race. Looks like he's dropped off a little bit. And Farrick there, he's just been in the pits. Oh, actually, Labillion went into the pits, didn't he? Yeah, Labillion went into the pits for some reason. That's why he's so far behind. And Farrick there is in last place at the moment after being in the pits himself. So anyway, lap 9, Rufus the Doofus still leads the way in first position with a fastest lap of a 1:26.4, and he has got a good lead over Willard in second. Willard's just coming through the tunnel now. Rufus went through it a while ago. With Willard just crossing the line now. And IQ's just crossing the line now as well. He's there in third still. He's got a little bit. Mike has dropped off a little bit from IQ, unfortunately. Like Willard has got a good lead over IQ because obviously Willard's on the softs and IQ is on the mediums. This is what I expect the soft guys to get ahead of the guys on the mediums, because the softs are faster than the mediums. And then hopefully once these guys, Rufus and Willard, go on to maybe bring the field back together as Rufus goes through the chicane of death once again without an issue. So does Willard. Let's see exactly how far ahead Rufus is over Willard once Rufus crosses the line. So he's crossed the line now. So about 7 seconds. So at the moment, Rufus is currently about 7 seconds ahead of Willard. So Willard is doing a good job at the moment, trying to catch Rufus back up. Just him having difficulty getting past the GR4 cars. I think that's what's slowing him up. Because this is such a short track, it's a 1:20. 1:20, the fastest lap that's been done around here by the League 2 guys is a 1:25.9, and that was by Rufus in qualifying, aka myself. I think the League 1 guys probably did faster than the 1:25. Probably, I reckon the League 1 guys are probably in the 1:24s, possibly. But I'm not sure. We're looking at their tyre wear, how are they doing? So Rufus has actually used a bit more tyre wear than Willard has, even though they're both as softs. Rufus has definitely used more tyre than Willard has. I think it's because Rufus knows this track by the back of his hand, so he knows where he can push and where he can't push. IQ is there. Seems like he slows down a little bit. Right, so Brian Monkey, he has got past Hoyland now, so he's leading the way for the GR4s on his soft tyres. Hoyland is chasing him down to try and get that position back. So as they come through the bridge down towards the final corner, let's have a look, see where Carlsberg is. Carlsberg's just come out of the death chicane with Shushu there. He's got a position, so Alan has dropped off. He was at one point the other lap, he was chasing Carlsberg, but I think he must have had a little off, so now he's dropped down a position down to 9th, but he is still chasing him down, so this is still a three-way battle. Hoyland is the first person to jump into the pits now. So this has become a... Oh, look, Shushu's making a play on Carlsberg here. They are side by side, coming into the corner. Shushu is ahead. Carlsberg is still coming back, but Alan's still trying it as well. Alan's up the inside now. They are... Yeah, Alan's up the inside now as well. Alan's got past there. So this is a brilliant racing here by these guys. Hoyland's back out of the pits now. He's on the hard tyres. Barrack is there in 10th and Billion is there in 11th. So me Rufus has now been the first person to go to the pits to get rid of his soft tyres. So that will allow Willard to take the lead for the time being. And IQ, looks like IQ has closed the gap. Ooh. Looking at Willard's time, he's got 1:32, so he must have had last lap, he must have hit the barrier maybe, because IQ is not too far behind him now. There's a couple of second gap between. There's about 3 second gap, probably about 2-3 second gap between the two of them now. Mighty Kid is there still. Just looking at it, so at the moment, fastest lapped is obviously Rufus with a 26.4, IQ with a 27.7. Willard with a 27, probably quicker, but 27.8 at the moment, from what I could see on the ring. Then IQ with a 27.7, Mighty Kid with a 28.1, then obviously we Rufus with obviously a 26.4. The Rufus is there. Mighty Kid is not too far ahead of Rufus. Rufus is probably going to do all he can to try and close that gap onto Mighty Kid, although Rufus is now on the medium tyres, so is Mighty Kid. Question's going to be, and so is IQ, it's going to be a question of when are IQ and Mighty Kid going to go into the pits. That's the same for Willard, because Willard's going to have to go into the pits as well shortly. We are on lap 15 at the moment. We are 21.5 minutes through this current race, so we are just about to come up to halfway through it. So IQ is there, so you can see the distance. Willard's just going through the Jeff chicane, and IQ is just following, but obviously unfortunately he's behind Hoyland, so That has slowed him up a little bit, giving Willard a bit of leeway to let him go. But is Willard going to come into the pits here? Yes, he is. By the looks of it, he's going to take his pit stop. I assume that IQ is going to carry on. Yes, he is. What about Mike? Is Mikey going to carry on? They're both starting to get low on fuel now. So they probably will maybe be in the end of this lap or the next lap after that. Rufus is taking third. He's got past Willard, back into the third position for me, Rufus. Brian there in fifth. He's got a decent lead over Alan there in sixth. Hoyland is there now in seventh position with Shoo there in eighth. Colesberg there he's on the hard tyres now, so he's just pitted. Barrick there in 10th, and the billionaire in 11th. Doesn't look like he is really enjoying this race that much. IQ has the lead at the moment since Willard went into the pits. Is IQ going to pit this lap, or is he going to go on to make another lap? No, IQ is going to go in this lap. So what about My Kid? Is My Kid going to do the same? Yes, he will. My Kid does the same and comes into the pits as well. But Willard he's been in the pits, his first pit. He's started off soft, he's now on the hard. He's on the hard tyres. Rufus retakes the lead now. So Willard is there up to second. IQ is on his way out. And so is My Kid. So they have come out on hard tyres. So Rufus has done softs, he's now on the mediums. Rufus has got hard still to go. And obviously Willard's he's got mediums to go. IQ's got softs, and so has Mighty Kid. They've both got softs to go. They're doing softs for their final stint. At the moment, Rufus is he's gone. Like now there's a gap. Let's just see now. They've all done their first pit stops. Let's see the gap between Rufus and Willard. So Rufus crossed the line now. So it's about 22 seconds gap between Rufus and Willard in second place. So that is a massive gap between the two of them now. And because it's maybe only 22 seconds, but with Willard, IQ and My Kid all on the hard tyres, Rufus is just gonna get away. To be honest, if Rufus doesn't make a mistake, because he's on the medium tyres, he will just pull away, because the hards are like a couple of seconds slower a lap than the mediums. So Rufus will just get even further away. So the Willard is there in second. IQ there in third. Looking at it, so Rufus is not using traction control. Willard and IQ are both using traction control, and my kid is not using traction control. Okay. The boy there he's on his way for his first pit stop. He's got a decent lead over Shoo, who is there. He's being chased down by the Carlsberg. He's dropped Alan a little bit. Well, Alan's just been in the pits. Farrick is there in 9th. Hoyland is there he's just been in the pits himself. He's on the medium tyres now. And there's a billionaire in 11th place. And you got me Rufus there. Relapping everyone again. As he gets through the chicane. At the moment, it looks so. IQ is in the pits. So is So is Willard as well. Willard's in the pits as well. So they're both in the pits. Willard was ahead of IQ, so he must have had a little off somewhere. So IQ is now back out onto the softs, and Willard is onto the mediums now. Mike has stayed out on the hards for a little bit longer. And now IQ, we're going to see his laps come down now. I think he's going to be trying his hardest to catch my kid and catch Rufus, who's just going through the first couple of chicanes at the start. So to Rufus, Rufus is there just going through that slow corner, and my kid is there just going through the final chicane. So that's how much of a distance Rufus is ahead of second place. Rufus is just, may I say, he is annihilating it. For some reason, Rufus is on a charge, not leaving everyone, as he says, as they say in the Cars movie, you're about to eat my bubbles. I think that might be wrong, but I think he's blowing bubbles, slowing the other cars down, which has allowed Rufus to get so far ahead. So my kid is there. IQ is there in third. He is closing that gap gradually on my kid. He's going to be a lot faster than my kid now, as he's on the soft tyres, so he's going to push that car a lot more. It's just going to be interesting to see what his lap times will be, or how close of a lap time he will get to the 1:26.4 that Rufus has set. He is up on his current best lap, which is I think 1:27 something, I think. Let's just stay with let's just stay with IQ, see what he does. Those hard tyres to go onto the softs. And he is a 26.8, so that's about 4 tenths slower than Rufus at the moment. Willard is going to make his way back into third position, which will push My Kid back down to fourth. But My Kid is on the soft tyres now, he's on the faster tyre, so he should be able to make a play for third position. Brian there still leads the way for the GR4s, and he's got a big gap over Shoo, who's in sixth. Second place for the GR4s, but he's got Colesberg all over his rear bumper looking for a way past. There's more blue flags coming up, so that's going to be IQ who's in second currently. As these two are battling it out. Colesberg's dropped off, didn't get through the bus stop chicane as much as well as he wanted to. Allen there in 8th, being chased by the Hoyland in 9th. The Farrick there in 10th, and the Billionaire in 11th. You got the Rufus there, going very slowly, not with any issues, but getting right behind Farrick, having to wait for Farrick to go through the bus stop chicane. And just carrying on going. Let's just have a look to see what the gap is between IQ and Rufus currently. So Rufus has crossed the line now. Let's just see the gap. So it's currently 20 seconds, and IQ's not even through the bus death chicane yet. Oh, IQ hits the wall, gets a bit of damage. So there's 40 seconds so far. Across the line now. There's 52 seconds, basically 51, 52 seconds ahead of IQ is Rufus, so he's got Rufus is literally gone. He's literally destroying this field of the guys behind him, leaving them in his dust. And I was going to say, can he maintain it? Well, he is at the moment. He is. Can he maintain it? Well, he is at the moment. But Rufus does have, because IQ is on the softs, Rufus is on the mediums, and he does have to pit again, whereas the others don't. He's still got to go on to the hard tyres. So, like, a pit stop is about 35 seconds, I believe. So that will bring him about, I think, be about 20 seconds, just over 20 seconds ahead of IQ once Rufus pits. So it'll be a title. I think IQ may be able to close that gap once Rufus goes onto the hards. I don't know whether he can close it down enough. Is another question. So that's going to be a very testy time for IQ. Willard there in third. IQ's dropped Willard. Doesn't seem like there's anything Willard could do about IQ. IQ is quite far ahead, and he is on the soft tyres, whereas obviously Willard's on the medium tyres. Mighty Kid there in fourth place. He is closing on Willard gradually. Looking at their times. My kid is on the fastest tyre, but looks like my kid is struggling a bit on. Looks like my kid is struggling a little bit more than he wants. He's just took a purple sector. So could he take the fastest lap here, as he is purple? Let's just see if he's still purple once he hits the next line. Nope, he's 500ths up on his time, but he's not purple, so he's lost time. We are in 38 minutes, so we've got 12 minutes left of this race. So Willard's currently on a 1:28.4. What is my kid's next time going to be? A 27.3, so just under a second slower than Rufus at the moment. Still is my kid, so he's not struggling that much. It was quicker than Willard. It was 2 seconds quicker. Near 2 seconds quicker than Willard. So my kid is doing whatever he can to try and close that gap on to Willard. He is starting to put Willard under pressure. Rufus is still there, dominating in the lead. And IQ is there. So Rufus is just... Rufus is just, at the moment, he's just dominating. At the moment, it doesn't look like there's anything anyone can do about him. With IQ there in 28 seconds, so IQ has cut the time down to Rufus a little bit by a couple of seconds, but not by many seconds. But Rufus is low on fuel now, so this could be the time for Rufus to be going into the pits. Nope, I think he's going to do one more lap, and then he will come into the pits to go on to his hard tyres. IQ is there in second, so Rufus just crossed the line with IQ there, coming down the hill. So Rufus is still miles ahead. With IQ there, coming up to Brian now. He is now stuck behind Monkey as they go through the death chicane. Now he can make his move past. Willard there. Willard's still there third. He's being chased down by the Mighty Kid. Mighty Kid is obviously on the faster tyre. Mighty Kid definitely got through that corner better than Willard did. And Mike Kid has got through that death chicane better than Willard did. So Mike Kid's now up to third position. Rufus has now come into the pits for his final stop to go on to the hard tyres now, because that's all he's got left to run. Filling this fuel, I'm not filling up completely, filling up to just over halfway Probably filled up a little bit too much, but looking at where IQ is, so he's 10 seconds ahead, 11 seconds ahead at the moment, so let's just see what IQ is behind now after this pit stop. $23 so he's basically cut the time in half now to Rufus, so now there is only a 23-second gap between Rufus and IQ. But now IQ is on the hard soft tyres still, and Rufus is obviously now on the hard tyres, so Rufus is probably going to be, so he'll be a couple seconds a lap slower than IQ will be. And IQ there, so he's going to be, IQ's going to be doing whatever he can now to close that gap to Rufus as quickly as possible, because IQ will be aware that Rufus is on the hard tyres, so he'll know he is on the much faster. There'll be a couple. He'll know he's 2 or 3 seconds quicker than Rufus now. So Rufus just did a 1:34 out lap, whereas IQ this lap did a 1:27. So 5 seconds quicker than. So IQ was 5 seconds quicker that lap. The only saving grace Rufus is going to have is there's just over 5 minutes left to go. So with there being 5 minutes, well, 5.5 minutes to go. So that's Rufus's saving grace. IQ has got to make up 15 seconds, whatever it is. Well, it'll be about 15 seconds now, I think, because of where Rufus is. IQ's got to make that time up in the remaining 5 minutes. So if Rufus can keep it on the grey stuff, I think Rufus will not have to worry. Will not catch. IQ won't. If Rufus does not make a mistake, IQ won't catch him. My kid there in third. He's dropped Willard now with his soft tyres. So Hoyland has got the lead for the GR4s again, but Monkey will be chasing him down. They are both on the medium tyres here. Colesberg there in 7th. Shushu chasing him down in 8th. And Alan there in 9th. Just being lapped by IQ. Farrick there in 10th. And Lebillion there in 11th. The time is counting down, so there will be, I think, 2 more laps to go. 2 more laps to go, if I'm right. Or yeah, 2 more laps to go, I believe. IQ's just trying to make his way through past the GR4s. As you find Colesberg and Shushu are battling it out, going down towards the first turn. Shushu takes that bit wide, but it works for him. Colesberg is really trying to get past Shoo Shoo here. They are both on soft tyres, so there is no advantage for either of them. And Carlsberg is right on the rear of Shoo Shoo at the moment here. Alan there with 9th. There's a big gap from Carlsberg to Alan, and then Farrick's not too far away from Alan, but there's not going to be enough time for Farrick to close that. Farrick is on the faster tyre, but there won't be enough time for him to close that gap enough on Alan. And Shoo Shoo is there. He's not doing too badly. He's been at the back basically the whole race, apart from the pit stops. But he's not doing too bad. And the Rufus there. He's still miles ahead. IQ just crossing the line, so there's 26. Oh, so this gap's opened up to about 26 seconds. I think IQ must have. Oh, he's got damage there. So that was the time. Let's just go back and see. He's got damage there. Did he get it? Did he get it in the bus? Oh, no, he didn't. Didn't do it in the bus stop chicane. He did it coming out of the final turn. Oh, got that all wrong, hit the curb, and he's. Oh, dear. But with that spin, he was. I think he may have been trying too hard to close the gap on Rufus, probably, and with all that said and done, that's the race over. That's the race over. We're coming up to 1 minute remaining of this race, and there is like a 25-second gap between Rufus and IQ, and this is obviously the final lap. There's going to be IQ's not, unless Rufus crashes like in the next couple turns, IQ's never going to catch him. Coming through the bus stop chicane. Oh, he hits the wall, but he still manages to keep going. He's got a bit of damage. There's less than 30 seconds of this race. Coming around the final bend, up the hill, and across the line. So this will be the final lap for Rufus, lap 34. IQ's low on fuel, and he's not going to make it for another lap, so this will be his final lap. Rufus is going to get a lap of honour. Rufus has won this race, a lap up on everyone else. IQ will take second place, a good second place for IQ. Willard will take a third. My Kid will take fourth. Monkey wins it for the GR4s with Hoyland there just behind him in sixth. Shoo Shoo will come home and finish seventh. Carlsberg then eighth. Alan's just coming along. He will finish there in ninth. Barrett will come along. He will finish in 10th. And the Billion, he will come along. Rufus is coming along as well. Oh, Bingo's all off track. But Rufus is going to come home to absolutely finish this race with domination. And I think he'll be overjoyed with that domination of a race from Rufus. Never seen before. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will be back next time with Le Mans for the next round. So bye bye for now.